I got locked up in 2005. My out date was 2016. The out date is the anticipated date that they expect for you to come home. Paul's out date, guess what it said? You might guess.
No.
Deceased. That's what this man got. Because of something called reification.
So you died ill.
That's the only time you get out of it now.
In the bag.
I just said it.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. In the feds, there ain't no parole. You do 87.2% of the time. And if you get life, life is life. It ain't no life and you get parole in 10 years, 20 years, nah. Life is death. That's the only way you're coming out, in a body bag. So back to my point, reification. And then named it IFRI. They studied about it and they learned about it in Kansas, Leavenworth. That's where he was at, USP, United States Penitentiary. And what it is it's a concept that a lot of us do. It's when you create something, an idea that's not tangible, it's not concrete, it's not even real. But that's what we do. We create something, we give it a name, we believe in it, and then we live by it. And we're willing to die for it. That's what I believe in. The streets, the game. More commonly known as the game. What the fuck is the game? You know what I believe? I believe I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying nobody talk, everybody walk. That's what I believe. They said, man, Mr. Joel, they said, take the plea. So my lawyer told me, take the plea. It's 5 years, you got a family to think about. You got a wife, you got kids. But I didn't really know the potential consequences of my actions. And I believe that a lot of y'all really don't know the potential consequences of your actions. So I'm just here to give you a little knowledge. That's it, no more, no less. At the end of the day, you're gonna do what you wanna do. I did what I wanted to do. A lot of people told me. I was dead wrong. So I believe they don't have no drugs. I ain't plead guilty to fuck that. I never did time in my life. The most time I did was 2 or 3 days because I was getting out, had lawyers, state, city. I'm thinking, I ain't gonna mess with crack, heroin, coke, none of that. I do a little weed. If they catch me, a little slap on the wrist. I made my guap. I got my money. I got my chips up. It's cool. I take a little probation. Who can't do that? Most 6 months is nothing. But what they didn't tell me is this thing called conspiracy. Because when you get up in a conspiracy, when them alphabet boys, the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, they don't need to catch you with nothing. As a matter of fact, it's better that they don't catch you with nothing. Because they make that shit up as they go along. And guess who's gonna tell them? This shit ain't like the movies where they sneaking around and they bugging everything. It's bullshit. They listening on your phone calls. And when they got one of you, could be your best friend. When they got you, they got you. When they come with that indictment, it's game over. And they're gonna know everything about you. You know how they know?
Your best friend.
You got it. The motherfucking man's gonna tell them everything. It's called debriefing, proffering, cooperation. And when they facing 360 months, or 240 months, or 151 months, or 405 months, and they tell them, listen man, help yourself. I used to think they was bluffing. That's what people told me. I was out on bond. I thought I was untouchable. They offered me 5 years because they ain't got nothing. Bullshit. Lie you tell. They do got something. They got your ass. And when one of your mans tells them, yo, this is how we was doing, I was on the phone. I was like, I'll be up there here, just, grab it like last time. They took those very words that I had a burner, I had a flip phone. It wasn't in my name, but guess what? When they grabbed me, physically grabbed me, and took the phone out of my hand. Now they had the phone because the dude that I was dealing with was being investigated for over 2 years. So now they had that conversation. So that same dude that told me, if they ever get me, hey, you just ain't gonna see me for a couple years. I see you ain't gonna see me. You'll see me a couple of years later. Bullshit. Same motherfucker was in the courtroom, just like this. It wasn't no mock court. It was real court, federal court. And he got up on the stand and he said, yeah, that's him, Eric Gerard with the gray suit. Yeah, he bought me so-and-so amount of marijuana every 4 weeks, about once a month for 4 years. You know what they do with that? I'm gonna give you a little education. It's called a dry conspiracy, meaning there was no drugs in the case with historical weight. They go back in time. And based on his testimony, they add it up. So he said, oh, he was bringing me 320 pounds a month. Okay, they multiply that times 12 because there's 12 months in a year. So that was 320 times 12. They said the conspiracy lasted for 4 years. So they took 320 times 12 and they multiplied that times 4. And that's the weight they put on. And they bring it in front of the jury. And if the jury believes it, they're gonna knock your motherfucking head off.
320 times 4, right?
320 times 4. No,
320
320 times
times
12.
10 times
And then multiply that times 4. And if the jury comes back with a verdict, you might as well got caught with the weed. They asked him if or dope or whatever you into. He got up on that stand, they said, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth? Whatever it is, they said, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? And he said, yes. And he told the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And he knocked my motherfucking head off. He did 2 years, his partner did 26 months. There was people that came in there that I never met in my life before. But they testified that he told them that I was bringing it to him. So I bring that up to say, don't be so sure that your case won't go federal just because you're in a trap house in Atlanta. Guess what? If they catch you with drugs and the gun, and that gun got a serial number from out of state, my man Dennis could come after you because the gun was made in another state. Guess what? If you bring whatever drugs you got to another motherfucking state, cross over state lines, interfere in interstate commerce, it's Fed time. It's Fed time, baby. They coming for you. Big time. They're not fucking around with you. And it don't even matter if you get raped or not. You might not. I didn't get raped, and then nobody didn't try me. But do you really want to be taken off the streets and put into a box, treated like an animal in a cage for 200 months, 100 months, 120 months, 150 months? Let me tell you something. There's 2 days, 2 days that you remember when you go to prison. Day you go in,
Then you get out.
that's right. But guess who remembers every single day in between?
Your family.
Your family.
Smart man.
Very
You are
smart.
smart.
Those are the people that hurt the most. And that's real talk, no bullshit. So, there's a point in all of this though. So this reification. So we believe in this shit they call a game. We believe there's gonna be some honor involved. Some honor. I'm gonna be a G. I ain't telling on nobody. But everybody told on me. So what good did it do me? I'm thinking, they're gonna get their wig split. Just ain't gonna let them walk around. Nah, it's bullshit. They're gonna be walking around. They're gonna be rapping, they're gonna be walking around, they're gonna be, girl, you gonna be in that motherfucker beating me, you gonna be doing something. You ain't gonna have no motherfucking girls, unless you
Why
are.
you gonna be in that?
Unless you like boys. That's the only type of way you're gonna have sex if you like boys. So it's the real deal is what we're trying to impress upon you. Because you can get your ass into something that you can't get your ass out. So this reification is what we do. We believe in the game. We make something up, we call it the game. We give it a name. We believe in it. We live by it. And we're willing to die for it. And you can love the streets, but they never gonna love you back. So this lady, she found a note, a casket, a box, was delivered to her house. There was something in it with a sign around his neck. A little story, this is what it said. It said, I birthed you. I raised you up. I taught you, I made you. And I'm gonna send you back home to your mother to bury you. Sign, the streets. When I went to prison, I had 151 months. And I'm gonna make a long story short. I'm gonna turn a short story into a midget because I know we're pressed for time. When I went in there, the only thing on my mind was to get out of prison and get back to my family. So I set the focus on getting out of prison. The same type of focus, laser-like focus, like a laser beam, just like that focus that I had when I was in the streets making money. I made a lot of money. I was good at what I did until they knocked my motherfucking head off. There was a dude named Jack Cater, older gentleman from Alabama. He had been in prison from 1988. I walked into they got a law room, a law library, because I went to trial. As I told you, when you go to trial, you have a chance to appeal your conviction. So now I can't do 151 months. So how am I going to do 151 months? There was dudes telling me 12 years was not a lot of time. I said, man, you got a little bit of time. Bullshit. These dudes had 30 years. It was 2005. They've been since 1988. They still weren't coming home until 2018.
What he said?
That's why they said everything's relative. So he said, you see, in a law library, I'm guessing maybe you've been into it before, you've seen it on TV. If you haven't, there's a series of books. These books have a key on them. They're called LAD, stands for Lawyers Edition. There's Supreme Court Reporters and all of this type of stuff. And in these books, there's cases. Cases are from cases of other cases that had happened before. You're trying to fight your case. One case leads to another that leads to another. You're trying to find some type of flaw in your case. Jack Cater told me, in this courtroom, in this law library, in all these books, in one of these books, the books with the keys on them, that's the key to you getting out of prison. It's the bullshit, you see? It's the key to getting out of prison. He said, every case got a flaw. Every case got an imperfection. The key is you just gotta find that case. At that day and at that time, at that moment, I said, I'm gonna find that case. I'm gonna get my ass out of prison. So I started doing this laser focus, because that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get out of prison as much as I wanted to breathe. So I commenced to fight my case and teach myself about the law. Fast forward, after 6 years, 4 months, and 2 days, I walked out of federal prison. I got all my convictions overturned in court. They say I beat the feds. That's what they say. How the fuck you beat the feds when you lost 6 years of your life? Your family done dissolved, your wife done left you, just the type of shit that happens. Because your wife is gonna breed with someone else, your dog is gonna die, your friends ain't gonna call you, all these motherfuckers say that they're your boy, your G keeping it G. Now there's a small few who keep it real and gangster, like myself, small. But at the end of the day, if everybody else gonna do it with you, what is it worth? Nobody don't give a shit. They don't really care. Nobody knows. When I went to prison, dudes was 13 years old. When I came home, they was 19 and 20. I don't know who the fuck I am. They don't care who I am. Dudes just getting their own money, doing their own thing. Yes, sir. It goes to floor. And this, I got out on a technicality, a constitutional violation called ineffective assistance of counsel. My counsel gave me information, and I use that. When you make a decision to either plead guilty or not guilty, it can only be, your decision is only as good as the advice that was given to you, and you're relying on your lawyers to give you professional, sound advice. He didn't do that. I was able to prove it in the short. Okay? So I was able to get out. When I got out, I commenced saying, I'm going to apply that same type of focus. People used to make fun of me now. They used to call me Obama after 3-4 years. I'm going to go to the law library until I get out. Or I'm going to do all the time, but I'm going to the law library. They were gambling, they were drinking, they were doing whatever they could do to pass the time. I spend my time in the law library, educate myself to find that case that Jack Taylor told me about. I found it, I'm here, I'm out. I walked out and you didn't believe. Okay, last story that I'm going to end. And this is the moral of the whole story that I want to try to get. This is this little story that was brought to me. It's not original, but I like it so much I got to use it. There was a guy, and he didn't have any money. And he found a guy that was a guru at making money. Literally a guru, the highest. This dude knew how to make money. So this dude came to him, he said, Google. He said, Google. He said, teach me what you know, please. The guru said, I don't have time for it. He just kept walking. People used to always ask him all the time. Google, you got time for some dude that don't got no money that's begging for him to help him. But he would come to him every day. Google, please, I'll do whatever you say. Just teach me how to be like you so I can make money. The guru finally, eventually gave in. He said, okay, meet me here tomorrow morning at whatever time. So he meets him here at the beach. The guru's walking along the beach like he did every morning. The guy comes running. Google, I'm here to learn. I'm ready for my lesson. So the guy just keeps walking. The guru keeps walking. He's following him. He's walking into the water, deep into the water, through the sand. The water's coming up. He's saying, Google, what's going on? I'm here. What's wrong with you, man? The guru just keeps walking, following him. Come on. He keeps following him. It's getting deeper and deeper. The water's coming up and up and up. The guy says, man, what is going on with you? I didn't come here to go swimming. I came to learn how to make money. I thought you said you were going to teach me how to make money. The guru was walking further and further. The water's getting all the way up there. He said, man, I should have bought my bathing trunks. I didn't know you was going to teach me how to swim. I wanted to learn how to make money. This is bullshit. He's walking. The water's getting higher and higher. So his waist is getting higher and higher. It's up to his shoulders. It gets all the way up to his neck almost. And the guy says, man, you crazy, dude. I'm gone. I'm out of here. He's all wet. Remember, he wore his best clothes that he could find. And the guru grabs him. He grabs him and he pushes his head down. He can't breathe. I mean, it's like he's drowning this dude. He's drowning him. He lets him up. That's why he said, man, Guru, you crazy? What's going on? Let me get out of here. He puts him back down. He's drowning him. He's shaking. He's flopping. He can't get up. The Guru brings him up one last time. Then he brings him back one last time. And he's drowning him. He's about to drop. He's giving up. And then he takes him out. And he says, And the Guru says, what did you want at that moment more than anything else?
Breathe.
That's right. He said, I just wanted to breathe. I want air. And the Guru said, you got it. That's right. Just like me getting out of prison. That's exactly what he told him. He said, you got it. You got the lesson. He said, when you want to achieve, when you want to be successful, when you want to succeed, as much as you want to breathe, he said, then you're going to achieve, you're going to accomplish, you're going to reach any goals that you want to reach. And that's the moral of the whole story. It don't matter what it is that you want to do. If you want to succeed more than you, or just as much as you want to breathe, you You're gonna reach any goal that you wanna reach. I'm Eric Joel, and I appreciate y'all for listening.